Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where we are in the waning days of the second month of 2025. Already, 2/12 of the year is behind us. 1/6 of the... Yeah, no, that's correct. Dang, when you say it like that, goodness me. 1/6 of the year is almost behind us, and we are getting ready to begin month 3, the final month of the first quarter of the year, if you want to look at it that way. And you might think that we peaked too early here. We've already gone through and did our big February goal of defeating the Ender Dragon. And you're right, that was meant to be the finale. But I kind of got to a point where I was like, man, there's no reason to delay this. We've got all the armor, we've got all the weapons. Do I really want to do menial tasks to fill the time between now and when we go defeat the dragon? Nay! I went ahead and did it. And now our project board is empty, but we're not filling it up today. We're not... I had originally thought about starting this episode with the big creeper build, because I need to farm a lot of creepers. I need to get a lot of gunpowder so that I can fly my elytra to the edges of the earth and back again. By the way, we're not sleeping tonight. I don't know how often slow-falling potions are going to come in handy, but I really need to stay awake so that we can hopefully slay some of the sky demons when they respawn. Are they called phantoms? They drop phantom membranes, so one would have to make the assumption, well-reasoned as well, that is in fact what they are. This has become a chest to store things that I don't have the patience to sort through, which is what we're doing today. I decided not to build the creeper farm, which, by the way, we're not going to just throw caution to the wind and try to build the creeper farm, as I have done in the past with other farms. I have found a few different designs that we're going to be working off of. Where is my spear? Why can't I find it? Was it inside of here? It's called a trident. And so we're not going to be doing that. That's going to be part of the March projects. I've got a few different projects lined up for March. I kind of... Much like how we had a theme for February, which was, anything we got to do in preparation for defeating the Ender Dragon. That was basically February. I have a sort of theme for March. I don't want to announce it right now, but I've got a goal that we're going to be working towards. And today, and over the next few days, as we kind of close out February, I want to do some projects that have been cooking for a while. Things that I've needed to get done, that I've talked about doing, but just haven't gotten around to doing yet. And they've been sort of sitting in the hopper waiting to be processed. And today they're going to be hopping. Today over the next couple of days. So today, I'm going to bury the lead. I'm going to just go ahead and tell you. We're remodeling the basement. And when I say remodel, I mean we're going to extend it pretty much as far as we can. So I think back to that wall there, we'll have to do some modifications to the actual island structure, add some dirt and stuff, sort of extend it out a little bit. But we're going to be extending it out at least one full 7x segment there, and then all the way down, and then maybe also going in that direction a little bit, although again, we'll have to do some extension. Because remember, right now, the edge of the basement is lined up with the edge of the house here. So if we come out any further, we'll be coming out to here. We might have to relocate the cherry tree, which is fine, because I want more anyway. We're going to get rid of the acacia trees. We're going to go with cherry trees. We're going to create an artificial cherry-themed biome over here. We might have to go over yonder and collect more cherry trees to make that happen. But extend this out, maybe do another 7x segment, kind of raise the island up a little bit. And, maybe it's not time for phantoms to spawn. I've been pretty diligent about sleeping. I'd kind of thought it'd been a few nights. It might have only been maybe 1 or 2 nights. So we'll come back out and check later. I just have to remember not to sleep, which has been quite the challenge for me. But we're going to do the remodeling. We're also going to replace the roof, and I'll show you why. And in order to show you why, I'm going to have to go back down into the basement again. Should we just take... I'll tell you what we got to do. We really need to... we got to start cooking up a bunch of speed potions, okay? Because I feel like getting around this place is getting more and more tedious. There's constantly more and more ground to cover as we add more and more stuff. And just keeping up maybe 12, 13, maybe 24, 30, 36, 48, maybe 128 of the potion brewing stands, all constantly making speed 2 potions. We just have an inventory full of them, and we're just constantly drinking them nonstop. That might be the move. That could be the meta moving forward. I don't even know why I'm running down here. I don't think this is where I did it. Basically, I've decided to move towards having the roofs be made out of the polished deep slate. I think I did it here. This is a bit of a demo that I've been working on for how I think roofs in the tunnels are going to look, right? So we have the tiles on the floor. We got the deep slate bricks on the walls, and then we've got the polished deep slate stairs and regular polished deep slate on the ceilings here, on the roofs, if you will. And this is just how we access the... Remember when we first explored these tunnels way back in January? It feels like a long time ago now. Not that much time has passed, but goodness me, if you ever rewatched this series, first off, howdy, how's 2027? Comment down below and let me know. But it feels like ages ago that we did that. This is just leading, by the way, to the chamber, the trial chamber, which I've gone down into again a couple of times now, just to farm, and in fact I did it here recently, you can see. I've been farming those special arrows, and I'm thinking about clearing out the trial chamber, completely dismantling it so I can have all of the copper for building projects in the future. And then we can set up traps around all the spawners. Now the spawners, the one downside about them is that they only work for a few drops, and then they have to sort of reload. That's okay, I'm fine with that. Because at least what we'd be getting there is we'd be able to farm these special poisoned arrows, and those could come in handy, you know, in the future. If we just set up that one room there, we could probably have all of those spawners dump into a single area, and then we would just run down there every 30 minutes, kill everything that spawns. It'll take 5 minutes, and then we leave, come back 30 minutes later, we can get a ton of poisoned arrows, which could be pretty useful for fighting certain things in the future. I think that would be very handy. This room needs to be extended as well. We can't really go much further that direction, but we can go this way possibly a bit. Probably as far as we can go that way upstairs. And then maybe have this curl around and go all along the back wall as well. Basically, well, I don't know, we're doing pretty good on sugarcane. I thought paper would be much more helpful than it's ended up being. That was one of my main money sources. But I've been selling so much rotten flesh that I just don't need more emeralds right now. So... I'm going to stop yammering, stammering, blubbering, and blabbering, and I'm going to begin the process of taking all of this down. And then, like I said as well, we'll be replacing all of these slabs here with half slabs of the, well, kind of like we got right here with the deep slate, the polished deep slate. And, in fact, I think now would be a good opportunity to come down here and do that on every level. Because right now, this level is just awkwardly taller than the one above it because it just doesn't have the half slabs. And don't worry, we'll find use for these half slabs in the future. Nothing goes to waste. But I'm looking forward to having more storage space for everything. Multiple chests for different projects. I don't think we'll be naming all of the chests like we did here with the deep slate and the cobblestone, only because it costs 1 XP each. And I feel like naming chests is something you shouldn't need to use XP for. And quite frankly, I don't know what Mojang... I almost said Ubisoft. I've been raging against the Assassin's Creed here lately. I've been having a lot of thoughts about Valhalla as I continue to play it and kind of wind down my Let's Play there. And I've been screaming, Ubisoft! a lot lately, so that's probably why. But rage against the Mojang about their sort of silly decisions sometimes. I don't know, cue the montage. Okay, so we're not going to do a montage because I'm actually deeply confused. I've been at this for 3 days in-game. I've got 2 whole whopping phantom membranes, but I want to run something by you folks because I realized the basement wasn't built properly, and I don't know how I didn't realize it before. Everything is supposed to be based on the spacing of the house upstairs, and the house is made in these 9x segments, right? So you have your corner piece, and then you have your other corner piece, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the middle, so it's a total of 9x, alright? And here's the problem, is the corners. The corners on the upstairs just touch. That's what happens. And at some point when I moved down here, I translated it to a 7x. So you got your corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the corners. So it's 7x with 5 in the center. And then instead of a common corner, there's 2 separate corners, which throw off the measurements. And I've been trying, I don't know how I didn't understand that this was the problem, but I've been putting down blocks, and I've been counting, and I've been trying to make sense of it down here. And I was like, why is it not measuring up? Why is it not adding up? Why is it not all connecting? Why is it not all in sync? What's going wrong here? And I couldn't figure out why, what was going on. And now I got to make the decision, well, do we stick with this? With the separate corners and the 3 spacing in the middle? Or do we go, because like over here, this is based on the house upstairs, right? It's the common corner. This is a 9x if you count the common corners. Right now it's 7, but then there's a common corner in the background there. And it's like, well, what do I do? What do I do? Because right now what I've been tracing out is this this corner here, right? With the non-common corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then that would be, if we closed off the wall, a common corner, or we'd keep going. You know, we get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then that would be the common corner. But that's not what we're doing right now. I went with the by 3 segmentation. I don't know what to do. My brain hurts. I'm gonna leave it as it is. I'm gonna leave it as it is. The upstairs, the house, is no longer the gold standard by which we build everything on. Okay? It is its own thing that just sits on top. And down here, we have the new standard, which is no more common corners, okay? We're going with this new every 3, right? You got the 5 by now with 3 in the middle. That's the new standard that the rest of this basement's going to be built on. It's how I framed it up. I'm going to collect this coal, and then I'm going to fill in the floor. We're going to carry on with our lives. Okay, here's the problem, right? These rooms were built with the 7 by in mind, okay? That's why this door is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide. Unless you count the common corners. That's incompatible with the 3 by. I want consistency in my base of operations. Let's go check the gosh darn skeleton room and see what I did. I had to come down here anyway. I needed to grab some deep slate because I'm running out upstairs. But let's head down. Now this floor uses the uncommon corners and is once again in the by 7 segmentation. So you got the corners and then the 5 in the middle. Do you see what I'm dealing with here, folks? Do you see the inconsistencies that I'm having to live with right now? Do you see the struggles and the strife that I'm causing myself? Goodness me. This is what I'm dealing with. This is why it's so hard to get things done around here. There's no standard. We didn't write down a standard, and I'm realizing now that I should have, and I'm just trying to top off the pickaxe real quick. So I guess we're going to do the by 7. So we're going to do exactly what we have here, and we're going to duplicate that across the entire... Because that's what we did in the basement. Like the super basement. So that's what we're doing here. Yeah, I think this is going to be fine. I think this is going to be perfectly fine. It's all going to work out. I need to not worry about it. It's all good. Everything here is good. We're getting there. It's framed up now. It's looking good. We're getting there. Going to run out of this stuff. I'm going to have to go deeper to get more out of the chests near where the skeletons are. I don't want to do that. We're actually going to need our golden silk touch axe here. And also, I think I'm going to go ahead and throw some upgrades on it, because even though, like, there's no reason to have a golden axe, really. We could just put silk touch on a diamond one. This is an heirloom product. We've had it for a while. Do we have a couple of silk touches we could use? Yes, we do. We could also stick Unbreaking 3 and Mending on it. We're having a bit of a laugh here, folks. We're having a bit of a laugh with this golden axe. We're going to need this when we go back to the stronghold, where the nether portal is. Or, sorry, the end portal. And we collect all of those other bookcases, because we're going to need all those other bookcases. But for now, we need it for in here. I just used the wrong axe. And you watched me do it, too. Don't you only need 15? I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure you only need 15. And you can still get the tier 3. And there's nothing I can throw in there to test that with right now, except for this pickaxe. And we'll see whether or not we get like a top tier enchantment. Yeah, okay. With efficiency 4. Okay. I mean, we might just leave it like that then. Tuck these away right here. We can use those on the side. Come back over here. All good. Chiseled bookshelf. Hear me out. Because what I was going to do was just use barrels. But can I take something like efficiency 4 and just stick it? Oh my gosh, you can. How many does it hold, though? It only holds 6 books. What's the purpose of that? Why would I ever want to do that? Give me that back. Did I destroy it forever? Good, I don't want it. New area for making potions. We've got our water source back here. I think you only need 1 block. It doesn't seem to actually suck them up when you use the bottles, but whatever. 2 brewing stands, a couple of different barrels here. We'll figure out what ingredients actually need to remain permanently, but those are now tucked out of the way, and we can work on sorting out what remains of this place. I mean, that looks like a bit of a mess with all of these hanging down, but nothing should spawn down here. And that's all we needed, and we'll sort out better lighting probably in the future. Maybe even we do the bulbs, now that we can wax the bulbs. Well, we can't wax the bulb. We're going to run out of wax, but maybe we do bulbs. Maybe one in the middle here on each row. That could work. That could be a look. Keep the lamp in the middle there. We'll see. It's a dark and stormy night outside endgame. It's kind of starting to sound a little creepy. Also, do we want to do item frames? Because we're not hurting for those either. And instead of signs, you know, we could just have a frame with the object on it. That communicates much more quickly what's in there. And like I was saying, we're not hurting for leather. We've got plenty of leather. Does that interfere with you clicking on the chest? Not really. No more so than the signs. The thing with the signs is there's a bit of a gap underneath you can click on. And it's a little bit more of a tight thing if you're looking at it with these on there. But you can still get in. Oh! Blue ice! Hey! I need some of that! Oh my gosh, this is the second guy to show up here today since I've started this project. And I was looking at the coral and I was like, oh, maybe. I don't know what... Was that these guys? Is that the sound of did the llamas make that noise? It's horrifying. I never want to hear that again. Where'd you go? Where are you? I've lost you. Where'd he go? I completely lost track of the guy. He booked it. I wonder if I accidentally hit him or something. I certainly hope not. There he is. Come back here, you. Where are you going? Where did you go? Hello? 6 emeralds for blue ice, though. I don't know. I don't think so, because we've got, like, a mountain that presumably has blue ice on it, and we're probably going to get a lot of blue ice from there in the future. I don't know. I've got 19 emeralds. Let's maybe, you know, that one flower looked kind of pink. Well, maybe we'll just buy, like, one of these, or maybe 2 or 3 of them. There we go. And, I mean, apparently we can do something with this. We can make suspicious stew. We can get magenta dye. Nice. Let's get 6 of them. Why not? And then I'm not buying the blue ice from you. I don't need a fern. I will take one of these and one of these. I'll take 2 of each just to say I have them, and 1 more of these flowers. Thank you. It's because I feel bad. Let's be honest. It's because I killed his llamas and I feel bad. Alright, so we haven't moved everything up here downstairs yet, because we're actually getting ready to do a bit of a remodel up here, and we're going to wait for that. So stay tuned for that in a future installment, but for now, that guy freaked me out. Let's have a look at the finished product, and here it is, folks. It is bigger. There is more room. It's not sorted the way that I had wanted, so I didn't actually finish sorting all of these. I started to lose steam because this was taking a lot longer than I had anticipated it taking. But, you know, we still have animal drops up here, plants, food, glass. These are just empty. This is just horse stuff. I figured we'd have a chest full of horse stuff. Will I move it somewhere else? Probably in the future. Another empty chest. Random gear. Just random gear, and in fact, these objects as well. We still have our chest of assorted random objects right here. Probably need to get wild armor trims and all the different armor trims in their own container. I've got this. I'm probably going to move it. We got deep slate. Deep slate is eventually going to take up all of these chests down here with all the different types. Going to move this over here temporarily. I think I want to probably end up putting all of these armor trims together in a single chest, but for now, that is our ender chest. This is our nether collection. There's nothing in that one, but this is our nether junk chest. Because I was like, I don't really need a chest for all of these individual objects yet. There's room to expand. Stone and stone-like right here. All the dirt, sand, and gravels. All of the woods. Bamboo has its own chest at last. How exciting is that? And in fact, I think if we go over here to plants, I was going to say there's bamboo in plants. Bamboo can just go over here in its own chest now. Lovely, isn't it? Just lovely. So there's that. Meanwhile, we've moved our sort of main enchantment area over here, and it is set up with some barrels across the top here. Here's some more assorted objects. We really need to enchant the elytra. That's why it's in this chest. I was kind of flying around, and I'd lost track of the fact that that is going to break at some point, and that's going to be a problem, because that's our elytra, and I don't want our elytra to be broken. So I took it off and set it up there to remind me that I need to stick things like mending and unbreaking on it. In fact, while we're thinking about it, let's put on mending, and then let's put on unbreaking, and then I'll go get that repaired here, kind of between episodes. We got our potion stand. I found another potion. I found another brewing stand. I added it to the collection here, but we've got milk for some reason in all of our potions. You'd think there would be potion ingredients in here. No, it's just where I'm storing my potions right now, but we might relocate those. I'm thinking we relocate those over here somewhere. Have kind of like a consumable wall, or maybe we put it up here. Maybe we do have food up here. The deep slate just stayed here because I moved it from there to there. And needed to get it all back out of my inventory. But for now, this is what we're looking at here. Now let me show you the outside, because the outside is looking a little bit messed up. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. So obviously we've got this out here, which is pretty concealable. You know, this is our old passageway down. This is what remains of it. I didn't really mean to fall down here. That wasn't my intention. That's what would happen a lot if we were playing on hardcore, and I'd be very frustrated. This is a little bit more, like, you know, going to require some more dirt, but we'll cover all of this in dirt, and we'll kind of have a smooth decline down to there. It'll be fine. It'll barely be noticeable. Same thing over here. We just got to build up the side of the island. It's going to take a lot of dirt, but we'll build it all up and kind of have a nice smooth slope. It'll be fine. You'll never know when it's finished. Once it's all tucked away over here, it'll look just fine. It'll look perfectly natural. Even from a distance as you approach, you'll never guess what we have done. But I am pleased with how it turned out. It's funny that our house now is so small. We got such a small house, right? You got our upstairs here. Used to feel. I remember when we finished the upstairs. The upstairs felt like a big room. I was like, there we go. It's a big room upstairs. We're going to have that second landing there. It's going to be fantastic. And then now it's like, yeah, here's the first floor, second floor. Here's the basement. I think you can fit the whole house if you took the different layers and layered them out, or laid them down side by side. This is, in terms of square footage, this is the same size as the upstairs. And a lot of it is wasted space here in the middle that we're not doing anything with, and that I don't know what we would do anything with. This is for sparring. You know, you can have little, like, fight matches with your friends. You know, you get your shield on, get your sword out, cha, ching, ching, cha. Yeah, in the middle of the storage room where also you do enchanting and brew potions. That's it for today! Tomorrow we're going to be tackling a different problem, which is up here, getting everything set for automation. Till then, thank you folks for watching, God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!